Hello everyone, I'm Kyle Jonas. Welcome to Tommy Media's The Locker Room. After bouncing back with a win over Hamlin Saturday, the 18th ranked St. Thomas football team heads to Augsburg this weekend. Sophomore quarterback Ayrton Scott leads an Augie offense that averages nearly 35 points and 451 yards per game. I'm joined today by Coach Glenn Caruso, tight end Cole Kelly, and wide receiver Dan Noehring. Thank you for joining us.
Not a problem.
Coach, Augsburg's quarterback leads the offense through the air, but also on the ground. It sounds like you'll have your hands full defending him.
Yeah, he's a pretty special player, and he had a phenomenal freshman year, and he's backed that up with a real nice sophomore year to date. He is a dual threat guy. I know we say that seems like every other week, but he can do it in the air, there's no question. And as you alluded to, he's got a lot of rushing yards per game, and certainly that's lessened a little bit in the past weeks, but he commands that offense pretty well.
And Cole, Augsburg's defense has 10 interceptions this season. What will be the hardest part about facing this defense?
You know, they're a good team, no doubt about it. But we really can't control that. We can only control how hard we work and what we're doing this week during practice to make ourselves be able to play our best game against them.
And Coach, your team has outscored opponents 66-0 in the first quarter of games, and then 69-10 in the third quarter. How important is that for you guys to get off to a strong start at the start of each half?
Well, it's not an end-all, be-all, because obviously we all know it's a four-quarter game, but that statistic of 66-0 is good, but believe it or not, could still have been much, much better. And in 3 of the games this year, so far, we had red zone opportunities in the first quarter that did not produce points, and even some that produced points might have produced a field goal and not a touchdown. So it's good. Certainly, I love the way our defense is getting off to a good jump, and it's important. But for us, it's kind of like 3 little games within the game. There's certainly the start you get off to, the adjustments that are made, and the tweaks of the game plans throughout it, and then how you finish. And that's one of those 3 phases.
And then Dan, 10 different players caught passes from 3 different quarterbacks for a total of 399 total yards. Just talk about the chemistry between the receivers and the new quarterbacks over the last 3 games.
Well, it's definitely something we work on every day in practice. You know, no matter what quarterback it is, who's about to step up in the game. I would say every receiver takes the right amount of reps with that quarterback every day in practice, and it's an attribute to them, for the receivers too, to be making plays in the game.
Definitely. And now it's time for this week's fan question. Coach, Tommy Media wants to know, what was your favorite childhood Halloween costume?
Spooky. You know, there were several of them. I would say my favorite was when I got to go as a turtle. So that was my favorite animal growing up. I loved the color green, and I always wanted to be a turtle, and one year I got a chance to do that, but my mom and dad made me make my own costume to do it because they weren't going to pay the $8 or whatever it was to go buy the turtle costume. So I got a chance to do that, and much like sharing and listening to some of these guys' memories, it revolved around some strange haunted houses that your parents kind of forced you to go into, and so good memories, a little scary, but all goes in to make you who you are.
Definitely. Well, good luck Saturday to you and your team.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you have a question, tweet it to @TommyMedia. Be sure to check TommyMedia.com for the latest campus news. Thank you for tuning in. With Coach Glenn Caruso, Cole Kelly, and Dan Noehring, I'm Kyle Jonas. We'll see you next time in The Locker Room.
St. Thomas is well known for its competitive greatness. With over 100 years of varsity athletics and a conference leading 15 NCAA team championships. But the team is made up of more than just the players. Our fans are also a part of the team. And the energy they create fuels our athletes. Your cheers and support from the stands brings out the greatness in St. Thomas athletics. It's the passion that you bring, game after game, that makes our programs among the nation's elite. St. Thomas Athletics. See you on game day.